Hey people, welcome back to In the Kitchen with T. This week we are still working with Philadelphia cooking cream, but we're using the savory garlic flavor. And what I'm going to make for you is a Philafied beet. I'm using red beets and almost like making scalloped potatoes, but I'm going to layer it like a lasagna using the Philadelphia cooking cream savory garlic. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up a fennel. Fennel is a fabulous vegetable that a lot of people don't like to use because they think it tastes too much like licorice. There is a little hint of licorice or anise in it, but it tastes more like, to me, it tastes like an onion with a hint of anise. When you go to purchase it, it comes in a bulb like this. These are called the fennel prawns. And then this is the bulb. We're going to use the bulb. We get a nice thin slice, and we're going to cook it down. We're going to caramelize it for about a good 10 minutes, and it will, let's give it a chop in half, and it will put you in the mind of a caramelized onion. We're going to deglaze with a little bit of brandy. I'm going to take 3 slices of bacon and I'm going to slice them into small pieces. The French called it lardon. I just like saying the word lardon. Okay. We're going to get this nice and crispy, and then we're going to remove the crispy bacon from the pan and reserve for garnish. But we're going to leave the drippings in the pan, and we're going to caramelize our fennel in that. That's going to give our fennel some really, really great flavor. Let's get our pan nice and hot. Medium-high heat. And here we go. Let's get this puppy started. Okay, well, the bacon is getting crispy. I'm also going to cut up 1/2 of a small yellow onion. And you're probably asking, why am I going to use onion if I've already said that the fennel tastes like an onion? Well, the yellow onion is going to give just another level of flavor, but together, along with the savory garlic and the cooking cream, it's just going to make it all come together very, very nicely. Okay, so you hear the bacon going. Onion does not have to be diced finely. It can be a rough chop. And then all of this is going to go in the pan with the bacon drippings. Meanwhile, I've taken 2 cans, let me move this out of the way, 2 cans of red beets, small whole red beets. Now you can get them pre-sliced if you'd like, but I like to get them whole so I can slice them myself, because in that way I can control the slice. The slice will come out a whole lot thinner, potato chip thin, versus what you get in a can. So I'm just going to run them through a mandolin real quick. I have most of them done already. So you see how thin that is? Potato chip thin. And it's going to allow this dish to cook a lot faster. Okay. It's getting there. We need the bacon to render all the fat. Okay, the bacon is nice and crispy. I removed it from the pan. Now I'm going to drop in our fennel and our onions and let them start caramelizing. It's going to change the entire aroma in this kitchen in just a little bit. We're going to season our fennel and onions with a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, folks, it's been about 10 minutes. My onions and fennel have caramelized. They are beautiful. That's what it looks like. They're nice and brown. What I'm going to do now is deglaze this pan with a little bit of brandy. You can use whatever kind you like. I'm going to use about 1/4 cup. As soon as the brandy cooks off, we're ready to move on. So what I like about this particular product, the Philadelphia cooking cream, savory garlic is that it's spoonable. It's pourable. Chef inspired, so the flavors are bold. Right out of the refrigerator, it spoons right out. And because it's flavored, I don't have to worry about chopping up garlic and having the smell of the garlic stay on my fingers for a couple of days. That step has been completely removed. The flavors are bold enough to stand up on its own. Add it with a couple of more ingredients, and voila, you're done. And it comes in 4 flavors. It comes in savory garlic, Italian cheese and herb, Santa Fe, which has a below the border flair to it, and original. Okay. So now we have our Philadelphia cooking cream in the bowl, savory garlic. We're going to add to it our caramelized fennel and onions. See how beautiful that is? Look at that. I want every bit of that. Okay. To this I'm going to add the juice of 1/2 of a lemon. Hold it upside down so you don't drop any seeds in. Okay. Now the recipe calls for chicken stock. You're going to use what you need. You want it to get a little loose, but not as thick. So I'm going to add it in increments. Okay, this is perfect. So I used about 1/4 cup. Okay, we have our mixture completely combined. And now we're going to butter up a loaf pan. You can use any type of dish that you like, but I like the loaf pan because I like the height of it when you go to slice it. Or you can scoop it, whatever floats your boat. Okay, now we're ready to assemble. So we're going to take a nice thin layer of the beets, overlapping. You don't have to be really precise about it, but you'll see why as I'm layering this, why I really wanted to have the thinner sliced beets as opposed to the pre-sliced red beets that you get out of a can. Okay, so we'll put a nice layer completely covering the bottom of this dish. And again, almost like you're doing a lasagna. Think of it like a lasagna, but the red beets are your shells, and then our Philadelphia cooking cream will be the sauce. And now we're going to go ahead and mix the sauce in. You see the consistency of the sauce? So we're going to pour that in. Spoon it in, rather. We have the fennel. We have the onion. I'll spoon it all in now. Remember, we have a couple of layers to do. Okay, I'm going to spread it around. And on to layer number 2. Okay, folks, we have the final layer of red beets in, and now we're going to add the rest of our cream. Scrape that bowl. We want to get all that goodness out of there. Okay. Get it all in. Whoa. Okay, get it all in, spread it around. Make sure you cover it up so that you don't have any red beets showing. And we're going to pop this into a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes until all of the cream is purple. That's when you know it's done. Okay, people, it's been about 20 minutes. Our beets, our Philafied beets, are ready. We take them out the oven. Yum-y. Yummy. Okay, we're going to let this cool for about 5 minutes before we spoon it out. It's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and spoon some out. The color is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And remember, it's pretty hot. And let's move this out of the way so we don't get burned. And remember the crispy bacon? We're going to garnish with a little bit of the crispy bacon. Just a little bit. You can serve this as a side dish. It can be a main course by itself if you choose. But the key the star of this dish is definitely the Philadelphia cooking cream. This flavor is savory garlic, and this dish is called Tanya Mitchell Weston's Philafied Beets. Let's give it a taste. You gotta try this one. Catch me next week. Next week we're doing, I guess you just have to come back and check it out. Peace.